big was this win for you guys?
I think it's much needed. I think every win from now on, every game now on is a must win for us, especially. We want to go to a bowl game. We want to, again, I'll say this again, we're probably one of those teams that you look at and we're way better than our record shows. So coming in this game, we knew we needed to win. We had to win, so we were able to go out and do that tonight.
You were such a highly regarded prospect coming out of high school. When you have a game like this, after not being targeted that much, is it kind of like an "I told you so" moment, or I knew I could do this moment, or how do you just?
For me, it's just about keep working. I came into even Oklahoma. I was a small town kid that didn't really had film, but I played against little guys. My whole life I had a lot to prove. So, and then transferring here, I never played tight end before. So I've had to prove myself a lot. I don't think it's necessarily I told you so. I just feel like I have worked for this, and I've tried to do everything I can to get to this point. And I think tonight it finally flourished for me. So I feel good.
So what's that feel like then to have that come together?
Man, it felt great. I kind of shocked myself. It was kind of crazy because I was like, man, I didn't realize I had 3. For me, it's just I'm just glad we won as a team. For me personally, we needed a win. This wouldn't have mattered if we wouldn't have came out with a W. So, congrats to everybody on the team and T, especially T. First career start and he's able to go do that. So it's a good team win for sure.
What did you think of Sean's play calling the first game? Him calling the plays for you guys. What did you think?
Oh, it was good. Obviously, I think he found out that I could catch the ball a little bit. So it definitely worked out a little bit. I was excited. It's going to be So obviously it's going to be a process, not everything's going to be perfect. We're going to go back and look at the film and stuff isn't going to be perfect, but, we executed well enough tonight, so.
What's going through your head during a game like that? You said you were surprised you had 3, but after your 3rd touchdown, you said, all day I'm going crazy. What goes through your head in a game like this?
Oh, it's all adrenaline. When I caught the ball, I didn't realize what happened. I just you obviously look down, you're in the end zone, so you're kind of oh, okay, that's what happened. But, it was exciting. I've never had a game like this in college, obviously. I don't think I've ever had over 3 catches in a game. So, for be able to go do this was huge for me and huge for the team, and I was able to help the team win. So
would you say you just black out the whole game?
I wouldn't say blackout. I definitely remember a lot of it now. I was definitely sitting back and talking to y'all. I'm starting to flash up in my head, but I'm gonna go back and watch on film, and definitely go over everything I need to get fixed as well. So it was fun, but I was memorable for sure. Definitely a moment I'll never forget.
It seemed like you one-upped yourself on every single one of those touchdowns. You had the post, and then you trucked the guy at the goal line, and then lost the dude in the end zone for the 3rd score. Which one was your favorite?
Probably the last one. I love when I get one-on-one. If I'm one-on-one with a safety or linebacker, I'm just please throw it to me, So once they threw it, I saw it up in there. I was like, oh, I think I can get this one. So that was probably my favorite one.
Speaking on Bourget, you said you had chemistry. Is there anything else about him that makes you more confident when he's throwing?
I feel like with me, being with Emory and T, I was confident in both of them. Obviously being with T longer, you always have that little extra thing. So I feel like he operates so well. He's so prepared every week. I don't think I'll understand how smart this kid is. When he is going over the plays, he knows everything. And when he looks at defense, he literally reads things. I don't know if my brain could handle what he goes through. So, it's all kudos to him. He deserves this win more than anybody else. So, I was able to help, and that's what I gotta say for that one.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate
you. Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, Jalen.
Monica Costello,
Hi,
AP.
Monica.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Fun game, huh?
It was a fun game. I thought our kids did well executing the plan that we prepared for them. Our coaches did an incredible job preparing them, both on the offense and defensive side. We gave up big plays and on all facets, but I thought our guys, especially our coaches, did a great job preparing.
How important was tempo in getting out in front of Colorado?
I thought we needed to have a change in that, and that was one of the changes that I wanted to get done, and the kids were excited just because I think there's so many kids that played in that system prior for coming from high school. I think they're used to that, and so that tempo helped us, especially keep the defense off balance.
Is that really gratifying? You do so many changes, you don't have a bye week, extra time to practice this, and everything works to plan, it looks like?
Absolutely. It's the plays haven't changed. The tempo changed, the play calling changes. It is gratifying. I'm crossing my fingers on the sideline, hoping it works, But the kids bought in and they trusted the changes that I made, and I'm grateful for that.
What about your play calling, having to do that, and can you kind of talk about the changes that you implemented and the differences from your game to the previous games?
Yeah, the play calling and then managing the game, then making sure the defense, that's a lot. But, I trusted in things that I put in. I trusted that the kids were going to execute. I trusted that Trenton was going to execute exactly what I wanted, and we had those talks. Don't do more than you needed to do. just stay with me, and I'll kind of guide you through the game. And he delivered well. I mean, and then the kids in an up tempo, they're running around all over the place. But I thought they did a great job executing what needs to be executed.
And then when did you make the decision on Trent for the quarterback? At what point? And when did
You know, I think it
form
was
him?
after Thursday practice. You know, I thought they were going evenly. I just thought Trenton's decision making was quicker. His anticipation was quicker that Thursday, and so and that's the choice that I make to it. And it's hard for Emery, and we had that talk. And the thing about Emery, he told me, Coach, I don't want to do the 2 series, 1 series. If you need me, I'll be ready. And so he's an ultimate team player, but it's absolutely difficult for him.
It's always difficult to win on the road, Coach. But coming in, a new system, new tempo, on the road, altitude. What does a win like this do for you and your trust in the team?
You know, it's gratifying. I mean, and they've worked hard this whole week, and then trying to trust the changes and the practice changes because the tempo changes. But our guys are fighting through adversity, and I want to make sure that our kids are put in a position where they're successful on the field. So sometimes those changes need to be made, but it's tough. But it worked out tonight.
Was prioritizing the tight end something that you anticipated going into the week, or is it just kind of in the game flow, just kind of presented itself?
No, I think, you know, I knew Badger was going to be double teamed, and he was going to be primarily the guy that they were going to focus on. Our tight ends were, I think, underutilized in some instances, and I think they're athletic enough and big enough, and so I wanted to make sure that there were mismatches, and you saw them all over the field. There was mismatches that we could take advantage of.
So what do you think about Jalen Conyers' performance in particular?
Absolutely fantastic. You know, Jalen was a quarterback, and you know he likes to play in that flow. When he went up in that corner and made that play, it was just it was incredible to see, and he was happy. And I seen smiles on their faces. To me, football is football, but when you see smiles on your kids' faces and they're having fun, that means more to me than anything else.
How big was that interception by Edmonds with Colorado having that momentum, and then he gets the interception, and then you guys are able to
Yeah,
score?
I mean, Chris has done a great job. He's come up and you know, saved some runs, made that interception. You know, we can't just put them away. I just want to stay up 3 scores, but then they come back and it goes down to wire. So these guys are like cardiac kids, you know, but that helped a lot.
Can you talk about the call when they had cut the lead and you needed to get that first down there, and it was a throw, I guess, to Messiah? You
Yes.
wanted to try and run with the clock. Can you kind of talk about that call?
You know, you always think, well, you have to run the ball out so the clock gets going, right? But I also understand that they're on the defensive side. They're going to probably move up in the box and put more guys in the box. And I'm always a numbers guy, and I thought we had better numbers throwing that to the tight end. Just because if we had to, we could go top shelf on him because he's a big guy. And so if we missed, I knew if we will miss high. And so he made the catch, and that was incredible.
Coach, you had a lot of success once you got into the backfield with your run game. Did you see that coming in and plan for it, or did it just happen?
No, you know, with this kind of tempo offense, you know, you keep on. You're going to lose a couple, but I wanted to make sure that we kept them going. There are 2 big guys running the whole time, and hopefully by the 3rd, 4th quarter they'll be tiring out, and then we can get on them. But I'm a running back coach by trade, and so I'm going to make sure that I run the football for sure.
Coach, how do you use a win like this to really build momentum and try to string together some wins here at the end of the season?
Absolutely. You know, we got a tough game coming up against UCLA. It was a disappointing loss last week, and I thought we could have strung out 3 games going into UCLA. But a win this week, I'll get on the plane, I'll look at the corrections, and then we'll get to UCLA. But that's a big game for us. It's Parents' Weekend. Our guys play up to that level, and so I want to see what happens come Saturday.
With Trenton, you picked him for specific reasons. What of those reasons did you see show up during the game?
You know, because I trusted his decision making, his anticipation. Quarterbacks have moxie, and it's hard to explain because that word is such a cliche. But you know, you see quarterbacks that have that little moxie, that have something of that it factor a little bit. I knew that he was comfortable with the system that I've incorporated, and so that's the reason why I went with him.
What made you know that he was comfortable with your system?
You know, just the way he understood what I was trying to do. And when we had those talks about the RPO game or the passing game, he understand exactly what I was looking for. His progressions were quick, his anticipation was quick. He when you have almost a coach on the field at the same time understanding exactly what the schematics that I want to get done, it makes it a lot easier.
I know this is right after the game, but does that performance do anything in terms of your quarterback decisions in the future?
Trenton won our football game, and he did a great job, and that's it.
Coach, I don't know, there's no record of this, an interim coach playing an interim coach. What is that like? Did you speak before the game? It's a very unusual situation.
Absolutely, and Coach Sanford and I got together and talked about it, and it's always hard. The number one thing that we talked about was making sure that the transition for our kids, we make sure that they're taken care of. And I told him that, that transition is hard. I want to, of course, win games and put myself in a situation that I could be their head coach. But for me, I want to make sure that our kids have a great experience. I've taken care of them, love them, because that experience for them, for some of them, they're seniors, and I want to make sure that they remember that experience.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
So I guess tell us about when you were told that you were going to be the starter, your thoughts, and finally getting a chance.
Yeah, it was super exciting. Had a good week of practice, competing with Emory, and, we were pushing each other, and, whoever's going to go out there is going to try their best to get their job done, and, just trusting the coaching, and, I have the players' trust, and I trust in them too, and, it makes it easy, having a back like X and Daniel in the backfield. So, just taking what the defense gives me, but it was a super fun week to get ready for, and it was a great game.
When it's 20 years since the last Arizona quarterback starts at ASU, and then you're the next guy, what's that mean to you?
Just truly blessed. I think Arizona has a lot of great talent that, sometimes gets overlooked, and I just think, it represents, Arizona has some great talent. Last night I was watching the high school game, Basha and Chandler, watching those guys, on ESPN to put on for the state of Arizona. I'm just trying to do my thing as well.
How about finding Jalen Conyers? Obviously, you guys use the tight end like you've not used it in the last several years.
Yeah,
what about that?
He's a big mismatch problem. He's big, but he's also fast, has great hands. So, just trying to give him a chance, 50-50 ball. I trust in him and coming down with it. And, like you said, just giving him a chance, and he did the rest.
You had an extremely fast start. So
sorry.
No, go ahead.
you had an extremely fast start. So what do you think enabled that, and how did that allow you guys to settle in?
Yeah, just Coach Iguano calling great plays, just trusting in what he calls, and we had a great week of practice, kind of new scheme, but just trusting in what we practiced all week, and like you said, it translated to the field today, and we were able to put up a good amount of points. We still left a couple touchdowns on the field that I want to take back, but other than that, we had a great game, and defense did their thing, and it was a complete team win.
For you, how big a win is this? You have an interim coach. You're trying to get your team on the winning side, your first start, and you're away at altitude. There's a lot going on. How did you focus, and how big is this for you?
It's just another game. My brother Coben was just telling me, we were praying before the game, and he was just like, this is another football game. We've been doing this since we were 4 or 5 years old, traveling all over the world. So there's just a bigger stage, but, it's 11 on 11. Field's the same size, and, just super excited to come out here, get a victory against a, scrappy Colorado team that, is really good, and, super excited for Coach Iguano to get another win under his belt, and, just what the team expects.
Did you need that performance against Washington to play as well as you did tonight?
I don't think so. I'm super confident in myself. Not to sound too cocky or anything like that, but I have trust in myself and my teammates as well, and I think the coaches trust in me as well. But playing against Washington definitely helped a lot. Just getting a rhythm with the game. But I've been playing this game forever, so just super excited to get opportunity and to help the team win.
Coach said you had moxie.
Moxie.
You know what moxie is?
I do not.
Do you think it's good?
Yeah, I think so. I heard of it. I couldn't tell you the definition or anything, but yeah.
Swagger.
Confidence. Yeah, like I said, I've been playing this game, my whole life, and just being a competitor in everything I do. If we're playing checkers or basketball in the backyard, I'm gonna try to win, and it's just super exciting. Come out here against Colorado, like I said, and get a big win for the team, and it was a complete team effort.
Iguano said that he thought maybe the tight end position was underutilized prior to this game. Did you know, kind of going into this game, that was going to change, or did it just evolve based upon what you were seeing? Or
yeah, I think it just evolved in what I was seeing. They were bringing some pressure, and my tight end was my hot reads a couple times, and Jalen did a good job of finding open spaces, and Messiah too. I thought Messiah was going to break that long one, and we have a good tight end room with great running back room, and a lot of good weapons in the wide receiver room. So offensively, we just played as a complete unit, and defense had a big turnover late in the game, and they played a great game as well.
When the tight ends are playing like that, what does that do to sort of broaden out their offensive capability?
Yeah, you know, I think it makes it harder on defenses, you know, because, you know, they want to key in on X and you want to play one high, but then if you play one high, I got a tight end running the seam, and if you, you know, press badge, I'm going to take a go ball. So, you know, it's just, you know, we have answers for everything, and, you know, it's going to make defenses, you know, really think and, you know, like I said, just control what we can, and we came out with a great win.
Hey, Trent.
Thanks,
Yep,
Trent.
appreciate it. Thank
Can you kind of talk about your interception? And it looked like it was just kind of, he hung it up there and you literally just went up and got it.
Yeah, I feel like early in the season we got beat with a flea flicker like twice. So like just being alert for trick plays and gadget plays at that time where they were on the field, just seeing that, just that's my job in the post, just don't let anything get behind me and just erase everything over the top. So.
How long did it feel like that play took for the ball in the air?
Man, it felt like a punt. Like the ball was just in here for so long.
You talked about a couple of times getting caught out in the beginning of the season. What was different about that play that allowed you to make a play on it?
Film study, just knowing the situation. Actually, my corner Ike, he before the play even started, he was letting me know. He's like, "Hey, watch trick play about to come. Watch trick play about to come." And it just happened. So, shout out to him on that one.
Dirty Eyes was kind of a criticism against USC a few weeks
Right,
ago.
right.
Do you think that was something that was harped on in
Yeah.
the film room at practice that really got you prepared for?
Even before USC, Oklahoma State, they got us with a flea flicker. So there has been something that we just been trying to preach. Like we got to fix that. We got to fix that because teams are going to continue hitting us with double moves and trick plays for the rest of the season. So we got to fix that.
Did you realize how big of a momentum swing that was in the moment when you had that interception?
Yeah, sir, I did. Yeah. Stop the drive. You know, stop the drive. Gave the ball back to offense. So as long as we can get the ball back to offense, no, the way they were balling tonight, that's a good sign for us.
Defensively, where do you guys think you can really improve on and really try to build momentum going into November and try to rack up some wins consecutively going forward?
I feel like we just gotta get back to playing how we played against Stanford. Like we just gotta play. We gotta trust each other to play together. In the back end, we gotta be better. Honestly, like we can't be giving up that many points. Can't be giving up explosive plays like that. We gotta be better.
What were some differences between how you guys played today versus Stanford?
I feel like we had some dirty eyes some plays. We didn't play as physical as played against Stanford. We weren't as, I just feel like we just gotta do that. We gotta have that mindset. Every time we step on the field, we gotta feel like we're the best and gotta play like that.
Thanks, Ian. Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all.
You're regular now.
And talk about Trent being in at quarterback. It seems like you guys do have a comfort level with him.
Yeah, it was nothing to expect. I knew he was going to come in and do his job. He was prepared all week, and that's just what happened.
The talk of the week was tempo Badger. It just seemed like the offense was, the time between snaps was decreased, and you guys were rushing down the field a lot. How did you feel like the offense adjusted to that, like in the moment as the game evolved?
I feel like we adjusted quite well, and then we was moving the ball pretty well. So I feel like everybody was on the same page, and we was just kept moving the ball.
When it gets spread around like that with the tight ends involved and throwing the ball to the running backs and stuff, what does that do for you out there?
I feel like it does something to the defense, not to me actually. Spreading the ball out, that's good for everybody.
Makes it hard
not
for
just
them
me.
to
Yeah.
stop anybody.
It seems like you're getting double teamed and getting a lot more attention now. Do you find that it doesn't seem like it's any tougher for you to make the catches though?
I find it more and more every week, and I think I'm just going to keep finding it every week from now on.
Before the game, I heard some Colorado fans having some fun with you, kind of John, with you having the performance with the crowd like that. How gratifying is that, and how fun is that?
It was just cool, just having fun out there and just being me. That's really it.
Can you talk about the play where you had like a ton of yardage and seemed to break like about 6 tackles and you just didn't want to go down there?
I just think not to go down on the first tackle ever, and just not to go down so easy. I don't think I go down easy. And then, like you said, the crowd was talking about how much I squat, and I showed how much.
How cool is it with Trenton just kind of see him do that, and then you guys how you guys got along after the game?
It was pretty cool. I like to see what Trent could do. Everybody was waiting for it, and like I said, he was prepared for this week.
What do you think about the game plan, just the routes that you ran in general against Colorado's coverage? Did you think you were pretty well prepared to kind of attack them the way that you did?
Yeah, I feel like the play calling for this week was more towards going to everybody and moving the ball and trying to get down the field quicker, and that's why we was just in tempo.
What's it like when the whole entire team is eating on a drive?
It feel good, and give me a break. That's about it.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
How y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
How are you?
Shit, everybody say they was doing good.
How's it feel to be a member of the 4,000 Yard Club?
It's a blessing, man, just to be able to just to even be on this stage and just to be able to display my talent and just help my team out is just something that I just always had in my head. Just always just thinking about it, just making plays.
Did you ever set goals like earlier in your career about things that you wanted to accomplish, and was this even like on the radar?
I definitely set some goals, but no, this definitely wasn't on the radar. I honestly was just playing ball. Like, I wanted to win so bad. I just wanted to just do anything I can just to help the team win. Like, I feel like just setting goals is good, but I don't like to focus on them. If they happen, they happen. Then, once everything happens, at the end you can check it off. But, I'm not too big on the goals.
So is it crazy though to look back at your career and see like what you've accomplished?
Oh, for sure it is, and I tend not to just be all up in my head and just all about me, because that's not the person that I am. But definitely, when you have to take time just to reflect on the journey, you have to do it. When a lot of people just start to bring it up, and like I said, it's a blessing. And I'm at a loss of words for it, just the feeling of it, but just to be able just to even hear it, and I feel like I'm just doing something right.
And obviously, for it to come in a win, I got to think that it's more special than if it was a game that you lost or whatever.
Yes, ma'am. Just coming out here with the team today, just got the victory. It honestly feels better just that we won, and all the hard work that paid off just this week of practice, and just being able just to put our best foot forward today, and just get the win with the team, and the rest of the coaching staff just feels good today.
How have you seen the offense evolve with Coach Iguano calling plays?
It went pretty well today for the most part, and I didn't feel like we had that many bad plays, but definitely just gotta eliminate the penalties for sure. That just come with practice and just being able just to execute at the high level, and with Coach Iguano taking over with the play calls, definitely got to win today, and the coaches, that's their decision. I'm just making plays whenever my number is called. So yep.
That one touchdown where you hold that big and you're able to go into the end zone untouched, kind of what's that feeling like?
Look, feel the wind, run like hell for real. Man, that's just when you see a hole that big, that's a lot of running backs' dream, is just to just run through that hole as fast as you can, and beat the end zone before you touch it, or just whatever the case is. But it's just all about having fun. Is what I'm trying to say. Just have fun with it.
What was it like seeing that in, performance by Trenton in his first start?
It was good. I mean, like I said a couple weeks ago, just seeing, we're comfortable with whoever's back there, and just to be able just to line up behind them and just be behind Trent. That's what team players do, and I'm a team player, and whoever's back there leading the offense, I'm gonna be behind you, because at the end of the day, the objective is to win.
Just a quick follow up on Cole's question. Do you remember the last time you've had a hole that big in a game before?
I can't even remember right now. Look, we just won, and I'm ready to celebrate with my teammates. But holes that big, you just gotta just accept it, and just appreciate the line, and just show the line some love, just because we know how hard it is in the trenches, and just to be able just to get a hole that big, that comes with a lot of hard work, and those guys up front, they work their ass off, and I'm sorry for the language, but they work their butts off, and I'm just my hat goes off to them, because without them I'm nothing, and I'm just very, very just appreciative of them guys, and I'll do anything for them.
What was it like seeing? I'm sorry. What was it like seeing Jalen Conyers do that tonight?
I was really impressed with Jalen today. I was telling him, like, I needed a big game out of him. I don't know. We got a couple games left, and out of all those games left, this had to be the one. I don't know why, but I was waiting for him to have a big game. We always talked about it. I'm waiting for a lot of the offensive players to have big games. Just like I said, I'm a team player, man. I just love just to see other guys succeed, man, because it just feels good when a lot of people is in the same position as you, and they get to feel all the love and all the things that come with playing this game that we all love to do. So definitely excited for Jalen, and we all call him Corn. So whenever y'all see him, just call him Corn. Just you had a good game. So
why Corn?
Why?
He got some I think some type of like clothing brand he has going on, and shoot, I don't know. Well, that's what we call it.
We need
but
the backstory
look,
on
yeah,
that.
we definitely.
You need to give us the
next time we got
backstory
y'all.
on it,
Yeah,
okay.
Not
I
because
get
he's
y'all.
corny or anything.
No.
All right, to make sure.
You see him in practice every day. You know, you don't even sound all that surprised talking about his career high performance tonight.
No, Jalen. I mean, you guys see it at practice sometimes. You know, when he makes spectacular catches, like one-hand catches. Jalen is a baller. We have a lot of ballers. Like not even just Jalen, Messiah. I mean, Elijah, Gio, BT. You know, we got a lot of weapons. But you know, of course, we had some adversity this year, and you know that's what comes with this game. So. Just like I said, just to be able just to spread the ball around and let guys have those big games whenever their number is called, and just be able just to go out there and execute. So I love those dudes. So
Thanks,
Thanks,
X.
X.
I appreciate y'all. God bless.